Hi, I'm Kathy. The last couple of weeks I've been talking about changing the IQ of your child and things you can do at the birth of a 2-year-old or things you can do with your preschooler. But one of the other questions I get a lot is people wanting to know, what can I do with my teenager? What do you have some ideas for adolescence and living with a teen, or some advice for helping them be the most successful? So I want to talk just about some of the ideas I've got in my book on a student's brain about the teenager and what can you do with adolescence. Certainly one of the things you'll notice when your child reaches adolescence is they tend to move into a different time slot. The circadian rhythm tends to change when the child reaches puberty. And what that means is their day rhythm, the time that they're most awake, their learning peak, shifts about an hour and a half to 2 hours later in the day than it did when they were younger. So you'll find them wanting to sleep in a little bit later, they stay up later at night. This can cause a lot of problems for them because most of our secondary schools still start pretty early. In fact, most of our junior, senior highs start earlier than our elementary schools. So they're really kind of flip-flopped. So it is a battle trying to get your child to sleep early enough at night so that they can get their 8.5 to 10 hours of sleep, which an adolescent needs in order to function correctly. One of the things that I suggest parents do with their adolescent is have them keep a sleep log in the summer, usually during the month of July. By now, let your child go to bed when they want, sleep as long as they want, just sort of go on their own schedule, but have them log it. And that'll give you a pretty good idea after a couple of weeks of how much time sleep time your child needs, because sleep needs are different to the individual. So have them keep a sleep log in July and see how many hours of sleep they truly do need to function well. That's not going to fix all your problems, but it does give you a nice point to start discussing about how are we going to work this out with the school year. Because if you see that your child really does need 10 hours of sleep at night, but they're only getting about 6 hours during the school year, you might want to talk about the effect that that lack of 4 hours is going to have on them. Also, pay attention to their sleep environment. Sleep needs to be a very quiet time. Don't let your child sleep with the TV going, with music going, with the earbuds in their ears. If they say to you, you know, I've got this habit going, I can't go to sleep if the TV's not on, or I can't go to sleep if my music's not playing. I understand that it's become sort of a little night-night blanket for them, but put those things on a timer so after a half of an hour or something the thing shuts off. You want them to sleep in a quiet environment. If they are distracted by extraneous noises, or you live in a very noisy environment and they tend to have the TV going really just to cut out the other noises, look at a white noise machine. You can buy those at your local drugstore, just those things that'll give you a white noise. Even the internet, if they've got an internet in their room, you can get some like iSerenity.com or something that'll have a white noise for you. But really pay attention to the sleep environment for them. One of the other suggestions that I give is, as much as you can, get the electronics out of the bedroom. So if you can remove the television, remove the computer, those types of things, they really are a distraction for our kids. They really do affect their sleep. So if nothing else, if you can pull as many of the electronics out of there as you can, that's going to help them better function as well. We also want to appreciate their love for the arts. The love for arts, the enjoyment of arts peaks during adolescence, primarily because arts tend to strike that region of the brain called the hypothalamus that is extremely powerful and very well functioning in an adolescent brain. So that is why they love so much music and other types of art, and you want to encourage that. Those of us who are teachers, we do try to integrate the students' natural love for arts during this time period into our curriculum. So those are some ideas for things you can do with your teens. You can check out a student's brain for some more ideas, or you can go to brains.org.